You should be checking out the Pedal Commander for your 21 and newer Bronco if you're looking to eliminate that sometimes annoying lag caused by the drive-by-wire system in your rig. Now, the Pedal Commander will feature 4 different modes with 9 different levels of sensitivity adjustment and can be had for the high $300 price point. Install is going to be a pretty simple plug-and-play job here, guys, so therefore site's going to call it a soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and maybe 15 minutes of your time to complete from start to finish, as we'll show you later in the video. So if you guys didn't know, these devices connect to the throttle pedal in your Bronco and through the different modes, basically manipulate the voltage to change the throttle sensitivity of your rig. Now, these are not tuning devices, and as a result, they will not add horsepower or torque, but at the same time, they will not alter your Bronco's calibration and cannot be detected like a tune. So whenever you're servicing your rig, if you want to remove it, you can. These are totally undetectable. But nowadays, most if not all modern cars and trucks utilize what is called a drive-by-wire system, meaning you hit the gas, the throttle pedal sends a digital signal to the ECU or PCM, and at that point, the ECU tells the throttle body when to open and by how much. Now, even though this all happens extremely fast, there are still instances where part throttle inputs tend to result in a very laggy feeling, and that's where devices like the Pedal Commander come into play. Now, what the Pedal Commander will do is basically alter that voltage signal from the throttle pedal to your PCM, which in turn will cause the throttle body to open more or even less depending on your mode and based on your throttle input. So for instance, on modes like City, Sport, and Sport Plus, the Pedal Commander is going to incrementally increase the voltage given that same pedal input to make the Bronco do more with less pedal input. Now, this is actually the opposite with the Eco mode, for instance, where the Pedal Commander is actually going to dumb down or reduce the voltage given the same input in an attempt to increase your fuel economy and even traction on those slippery days. Now, this particular option does offer 4 different individual modes with 9 levels of sensitivity adjustment for each mode, which does make for a grand total of 36 different settings, which really does allow you to fine-tune your driving experience. Now, on top of that, the Pedal Commander does pack Bluetooth functionality that does work with both Apple and Android devices. And the apps itself, I will say, is very attractive. It's very easy to use. So that's going to be worth mentioning for those of you who might prefer to control the device with your phone and maybe hide the physical box out of sight in your glove box or something like that. Now, if not, if you do prefer to display the device, well, it's very easy to use, very easy to navigate, and also very easy to mount due to its small footprint. In fact, we're going to go show you a little bit better now on how to get this thing in place, where exactly you need to plug it in on your Bronco, thanks to our detailed walkthrough. Check it out.
All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to do with our Pedal Commander is we're going to find a place to run our wires. These are going to go down to the throttle pedal where the connector goes onto the throttle pedal, and these are going to connect into, one's going to connect into the throttle, one's going to connect into the other harness. So what I'm going to do is fish them down underneath the steering column here. So we'll fish these down in there, and then I will reach underneath, pull our wire down, and now we'll begin hooking it up to our throttle pedal. So now that we have our wires fished through, we're going to reach under our dash here. This is where our throttle pedal is. Up top, you're going to see a connector with a red clip. You're going to push the red clip up like that, push in on the black plug, and remove your plug from the throttle itself. Now, we're going to take our new plug and we're going to put the one end into the throttle. Like that. Then we're going to take our other end and connect it into the plug that came off the throttle. So that's pretty much what you're doing, is you're just looping this in to the circuit. I'm doing this all one-handed. Like that. Now we have them both locked into place. Put both clips down. Now we can install and mount our pedal commander. Now that we have our pedal commander hooked to our pedal, we're going to remove the bracket that holds it. I've already stuck the Velcro on the back of this one that comes in the kit. And now we're going to take the alcohol wipe that they give us in the kit. And this is the area where I'm going to mount our pedal commander. I'm going to wipe it good to make sure there's no grease or oil or any kind of wax or cleaners that are on there. Once we get that clean, we're going to take our other piece of Velcro, stick it fast to that. That way our bracket will stick there. We'll be able to hook our pedal commander up to there when we're ready to that step. We're going to look into now on how to use this and how to set it up with Bluetooth. So now we have our connection made down at the gas pedal. We put our bracket and got that in place where it's going to hold our module here. What I want to show you is we're going to turn the vehicle on. And when we turn the vehicle on, you're going to see that the pedal commander flashes. It goes to city. Now, this button here with the star is going to let you change all the settings on your pedal commander. When you want to go to economy, you're going to hold it down. It will light up economy mode. Then you can go into city, sport, sport plus. The minus and plus arrows down here are going to give you your sensitivity of when you're in these modes of how sensitive the throttle is going to be. If you start with 1, it's going to be less sensitive, up to 5, which would be the most sensitive that you can go. So now we're going to take our phone and we're going to hook up to our Bluetooth app, and you're going to be able to do these same sequences on your phone instead of using this. And then we'll finish mounting this, making sure our wires are routed and our installation's wrapped up. Being that this is Bluetooth compatible, we're going to go on our Google app and find Pedal Commander and install. It's going to come up like that. You're going to hit install. It'll take a couple seconds for it to install. Once we get this app installed, we're going to link it to our Pedal Commander module by reading the code on the back of our Pedal Commander, and we'll be end up inserting that code into this to link it up to your phone to connect to that. So once you have your app downloaded, you're going to go through a procedure. I already downloaded the app. I can open it into Pedal Commander. If I hit I agree, it's going to connect me already to the Pedal Commander. When you get into the app and start opening up, it's going to ask you for the serial number on the back of the Pedal Commander to connect. Then you're going to go through a procedure. You'll connect just like I did. Now when you're on this app here and you have this control, you can control everything kind of just like I did on the box with just touch of a button. I can go into city and I can change whatever I want. Down here, you're able to change the settings of how sensitive the throttle is going to be. So when you click on every, if you click on city or economy or sport plus, you're going to be able to change your sensitivity down here just by touching the button and the plus and the minus arrows, which will give you your variety of settings on this commander. The Bluetooth app's nice. You can either do it this way or you can do it with the box. So now what we're going to do is we're going to finish mounting our box and make sure our wires are tied up so that they're not interfering with the pedals. And then our app's pretty much, or our Bluetooth commander is pretty much set up and done. So now we're just gonna take our pedal commander, clip it into our bracket, and then I'm gonna reach under, tuck all our wires up in real nice to make the installation complete. And if you want to use some wire ties to make sure everything's up tight so it's not touching any kind of brake pedals or anything like that, feel free to do so. Other than that, our commander's in. We were linked up to our Bluetooth. This installation is wrapped up. That wraps up our review and install of our Pedal Commander Bluetooth throttle response controller for 21 to 22 Broncos. Thanks for watching, and for all things Bronco, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.